Hi YouTube, it's Brianna. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've made a video, but I need to fill you guys in. I just got out of the shower, so I'm sorry I look this way. But I have a reason to take a shower tonight because at work, I work at Gigi's Cupcakes, and it's normal for me to get a little wet or to get icing on my clothes sometimes, but tonight was extra special. I was carrying a tray of cupcakes to the front, and my manager did not see me coming, so he ran into me and I flipped the tray of cupcakes all over me and all over the floor. It was obviously his fault, but we just laughed and it was so embarrassing. I told him that he should have had it on video because it was just so funny. My face was priceless. Like, I just sat there for 5 minutes and I was like, I cannot believe that just happened. It was crazy. So I know in my last video that you guys saw, I got a tattoo. And if you haven't noticed, it's on my hand. It's finishing up the healing process right now, and I'm wondering if it's messed up, like if I did it wrong or something. Because can you guys see a little discoloration like in the very middle of the cross? Call me crazy, but I think I might have to stop by the tattoo place tomorrow just to ask them if it's healing the right way. Yes, it did hurt, and people ask me all the time, they were like, what did it feel like? Well, it felt exactly like what it is. It felt like a ton of needles going into my skin, and it was a good kind of hurt though, because after it was over, even though it hurt, I was still like, I was planning on getting my second one, and I hid it from my parents for about a week and a half. They did not know that I got a tattoo, and the way they found out was I sent a group text message to a lot of people of me with my friend, and my tattoo was visible. I was not thinking, and they saw it. So my mom, she didn't talk to me for like 2 days, and I was supposed to go home that weekend anyway, so she found out, and she was really upset with me. But I can't deny it. I mean, I like it a lot, and I knew what I was getting myself into when I got it. Especially being a nursing major, everybody keeps telling me, you know, they're like, why did you get it on your hand? You're so stupid because you're going to have to cover it up every day, or you're going to have to wear gloves all the time. But that's the risk I was willing to take. I knew what I was doing when I got it, and people ask me, well, why did you get a tattoo? Well, the only reason why I got it was because I wanted to. Big deal. I'm 19, I can do what I want, and I wanted a tattoo. At least it's not like some skull and crossbones or something, you know, it's a cross. And I really like it because I look at it every day, and it just reminds me of how much God loves me and how blessed I am. And people ask me, why did you get it on your hand? Well, I wanted to be able to see it every day, and people always give me snide comments, and they're like, well, you are going to see it for the rest of your life and stuff like that. But I don't really know how to respond to people like that because I like it. If you don't, too bad. Oh well. Because I paid $50 for it, so it was really worth it. And I plan on getting another one, probably on my shoulder. But when I think of tattoos, I'm not going to get anything that's like tacky. I think of my wedding pictures. So what would I not want to see in my wedding pictures? Or if I actually think this is pretty classy for a tattoo, you know, it's not like a full sleeve of dragons or unicorns, you know. When I was home for a day and a half, I went to my mom's work at the hospital on Friday, and she was going around to all of her hospital friends and everyone who works there, going around to them and showing them my tattoo, and she's like, look how stupid my daughter is. I can't believe she did that. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. I appreciate it. But I know the risk that I took, and I was willing to do that. So, let's see. In my last video, I told you that I was going to have my 3rd nursing school test, and I did. And it was really nerve-wracking because I felt like as much as I did study, that I didn't study enough. You know, with nursing school, you never feel prepared. You never feel like enough is enough because you can always keep studying and always study harder. So I went into the test, and I actually surprised myself because I recognized a lot more than what I thought I would, meaning I knew more information. So when I walked out of the test, I felt pretty good about it, and then I got an email from my teacher saying that he looked at the majority of the grades and they were really good compared to the last exam, which is good. I was really excited to hear that. And then I found out that I got an A on my 3rd nursing school test, so that makes 3 A's right now, which is awesome because that means I have like a 92 or a 93 in the class, which is an A. So I'm really happy, and I really like the way that things are going this semester because it's not just a commitment, y'all. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle choice, and it's a lifestyle change. Like, my life is devoted to nursing. I try to think like a nurse. And that has a lot to do with my dedication and my studying. Like, every day I'm taking really good notes, and I'm really, really ready for next semester. I'm ready to move forward. I'm tired of learning fundamentals over again. I'm just ready to learn some new material. And we had our very last clinical in the nursing home on Tuesday, and I was pretty nervous going into this clinical because we just covered the fecal elimination lecture, and if many of you guys know, that includes enemas and laxatives. So my teacher had made a comment and said that if your patient needs an enema today, you're the one who's going to be doing it. And knowing my instructors, I could have sworn that she would have assigned us a patient who actually needed one, just so we would have gotten that experience. But I was hoping and praying that I did not have to deal with that because I do not want to deal with that. It's just disgusting. Knowing me, I'd probably pass out. But my clinical was, I got assigned a male patient who, this was my very first male patient, obviously. It was the first time I ever had to deal with male anything. We had to do a physical assessment on them, we had to do hygiene on them, and we had to do vital signs on them. So I was pretty much okay with all that I had to do except for the bed bath, because I wanted one of my classmates to help me. I always get help, especially for patients who've had a stroke or they can't move. You know, it's hard to move them or turn them by yourself, so I always get help if I need to, which was really great. I'm glad I got help with that. But then, him, obviously being a male, asked me who is going to shave me. His face needed to be shaved, and I freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never shaved a person before. I'm so nervous I'm going to screw up. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I basically just went in with my head held as high as it could be. I gathered my supplies and I got ready to shave him. He was already kind of aggravated with me from his bed bath because he was just that type of person. I mean, he didn't like to be touched. He didn't like to be, you know, just that kind of patient interaction for him was a little too much. And he was always kind of grumpy, according to the nursing staff. So I did the best that I could. You know, obviously, girls, we shave our legs, and we're pretty used to shaving, but it's really different when it comes to shaving somebody else. So I started shaving him, and I noticed that I was still leaving like patches of hair. And obviously the nursing home and hospitals are not going to have the best razors. They're mainly just the safety razors. And so I told my friend, I was like, it's not shaving his hair. I can't get it. And I had to get my instructor to come in, and she started shaving him a little bit and was like, yeah, Brianna, you're doing fine. You just need to push harder. Which is my problem with everything. I just want to be gentle and soft because they're old people, and I don't want to break them or cut them, especially with a razor. So I finished up as best I could. His neck was still a little bit hairy, but that's because I wasn't supposed to shave that much. I wasn't gonna try to do that. And his upper lip was kind of like this, because his nose came down really far. And so when I tried to shave his upper lip, I could tell it was really bothering him. So he told me just not to worry about it, which was great. I mean, he looked really cute with a mustache anyway. So I was really glad to be done with that. And who knows, I shaved a patient for the first time, and that was really scary. But I'm really glad that it's over with. And just to inform you guys, I feel like I've been really busy lately, and I stretch myself thin. Like, the stuff that I volunteer for and the stuff that I do, it just exhausts me. I work Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at Gigi's from 2 to 8, and with class and clinicals or labs, I just felt really, really busy. And this past Tuesday, I went into the store to work at 2 o'clock, and my manager basically left me all by myself and told me that I was going to close the store all by myself for the first time, and I freaked out because I didn't feel ready for that. I didn't mess up too much on my chores and my closing duties. I got everything done. I had to stay 20 minutes later than we normally leave, just because it took me longer to do everything. But I basically just came home and had a meltdown because I was so tired and so exhausted. And then I had to get up at 6:30 the next morning to go to class. So I basically just need to give myself more time to rest, more time to take care of my body, because I know that I'm working really hard lately. But I love my job, I really do. And Gigi's is a great place to work. So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this update. I might think of other stuff to update you guys on tomorrow, so maybe I'll make another video. But if you have any advice, thoughts, or comments, please leave them down below. And subscribe if you'd like. Bye. Have a good day, and have a good weekend. Bye.